Hello to all the fans of Mr. Blobby out there, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a similar kind of video to one I've done in the past, which was when I I think it's just cast my ideal Drag Race US All-Star season, and now we're going to be doing that with Drag Race UK. So I went through the Drag Race UK casts of seasons 1 through 5, and I ended up choosing 11 contestants that I would like to see on my ideal UK All-Stars season. Really the only guidelines I gave for myself in choosing was that I ideally wanted to have at least one person from each season, and I also didn't want to put anybody who had been on UK versus the World or any of the other, like Canada versus the World, any other franchises, just for simplicity's sake. And also, I had a hard enough time choosing between those who hadn't been on those series anyway. So this is kind of what we ended up with here. So I ended up settling on 11 contestants. We're gonna go through the cast. I'm gonna talk about why I would like to see them here. And then we'll do a quick rundown of the way that I would format the season and what challenges I would use. And that's going to be it. This video is going to be shorter than a good amount of my previous videos because in approximately 12 hours from now, I'm going to be going on a trip for a week. And I would like to have an upload out there during the time I'm on my trip, because otherwise it'll be like a bit over 2 weeks between the uploads, and I don't want to do that. So I thought this could be a nice casual video for you all that we could talk about some potential UK All-Stars. Before we go any further, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy yourself. I deeply appreciate all the likes and the subscriptions that y'all give me, and I really want to continue watching this channel grow. So again, thank you so much. We're going to be talking about the contestants in the order of their seasons, and then within the seasons alphabetically, just for simplicity's sake. So first up, from Drag Race UK Season 1, we have Crystal. Crystal was really the only contestant I kind of truly considered from Season 1. I also kind of considered Davina DeCampo, but I feel like there is a good amount of queens in the UK franchise, at least, who kind of fall into this professional, show woman, woman of many talents kind of archetype, which I do enjoy. But I had 3 contestants I wanted more in that archetype that I ended up putting on here. So I ended up leaving off Davina, but Crystal really is one of those Drag Race contestants who people don't talk about enough, and I feel like has really come into her own after Drag Race. In a way, I'm not gonna say in a way similar to almost like Trixie Mattel did. Crystal was a host on Call Me Mother in Canada, and Crystal has been doing a lot of political activism as of recent. She had, well, this isn't political activism, but she had this big defamation suit that she was dealing with for a while that she ended up winning, and she's been using her platform with that in order to advocate for things that really are we need for the LGBTQ plus communities. I believe the suit, as far as I remember, is, I forget the name of the guy, but he was calling, I think, Crystal specifically, and maybe somebody else, pedophiles on Twitter, solely for the fact of being a gay person, being a drag queen, for nothing else. And Crystal sued him and won. And that's a fucking girl boss move. I love that. So I almost at this point think Crystal is bigger than Drag Race in a way. I think she's done so much and such good work outside of it that she absolutely does not need Drag Race. Nobody technically needs Drag Race, but Crystal is one of those contestants who, out of on this list, especially I think on this list, well, I guess it's actually a couple of others, but she, she's bigger than Drag Race at this point, I feel, but I would still love to see her come back. Next up from Season 2, we have Bimini. I mean, everybody loves Bimini. Like, I don't really have to, like, I'm probably not going to talk that much about Bimini in this, because I don't think I have to qualify my answer. Like, Bimini is an icon. Bimini was the contestant that people wanted to win UK Season 2, won 4 challenges, really dominated the competition, has since, and really, more than Crystal and more than anybody here on this cast, has had their career risen above Drag Race. And I mean, Bimini would just be such an iconic contestant to see back in the future. Would she ever do it? Like, I don't know. But would I love to see it? Absolutely. Next up, also from UK Season 2, we have Sister Sister. Now, this is the one main pick on here where I know people are going to be like, what? Like, people are going to be like, Sister Sister? Why'd you choose Sister Sister? I have reasonings. My main reason is that I fucking love her aesthetic so much. There's something about Sister Sister, literally ever since UK Season 2, where I'm just like, this bitch is cunt. There's something so cunt to me about Sister Sister. And I don't mean to say there's something in that way to be, like, dismissive of, like, oh, she doesn't deserve to be called that. But, like, I really just don't have a good explanation of it. I just find her fascinating. And I like this outfit. I think, honestly, it might have been this outfit. Because this outfit for the promo, you're telling me you're wearing a fucking, like, circle with your signature blue lip on it as your promo? That's so dumb, and I love it. I also enjoy her humor. It's a very dry humor, which I definitely love. And I just really, I don't know. I feel like we'd be friends. I don't know. I just love her. I just don't have a good. I really do love her. I just don't have a good like explanation of it. I just really like her, and I feel like, out of all of the UK contestants, that could be like a dark horse pick. I feel like Sister is one of the few that I see kind of fitting that mold the best. And also, she just like didn't really get a super fair like shot on UK2. Like like the judging, I think was like, in terms of judging, I think it was like relatively fair for her. That's not what I mean by fair shot. But I do think, you know, she ended up on a cast uh, and a season where it was very much affected by COVID, and really everybody who was kind of like the face of the season came from like the girl groups, the United King dolls, and it kind of just, you know, Sister Sister was kind of the butt of the joke a good amount of time for that reason. And I don't think she deserved that. Did she maybe copy Ahora's look? Yeah, maybe, but like, I don't care. Next up from UK Season 2, we have Taste. Taste, I mean, again, this is one I don't have to explain. Taste, along with Bimini, along with Ahura, I think are 3 contestants that, like, really, you know, they're the 3 members of the United Kingdoms that did not win the season. And I feel like each and any of them would slay on an all-star season. Taste is truly one of the best lip syncers we've ever had on RuPaul's Drag Race. And I would love to see her just, like, do literally anything on Drag Race again. And so, I mean, again, like, I don't think this one needs qualifying like Bimini, like everybody knows. Like, Taste absolutely would be a great contestant to come back. Next up from UK Season 3, we have Anubis. I thought it'd be fun to include a first out or like a really early out on here. And Anubis ended up filling that position for me. And I mean, if you watched my UK Season 3 video like a month ago, you would know that pre-season for UK Season 3, Anubis was my winner pick. Anubis was my winner pick for the season, and oh boy, I was so wrong. But I still have faith, and I would love to see Anubis on our screens again, because Anubis didn't do that bad in the first challenge, you know? Like, her outfits, like, were definitely bottom 2 worthy, but, like, they weren't terrible by any means. And I would just love to see Anubis again, just because I like Anubis. Next up from Season 3, we have River Medway. River is such an icon. Again, River is somebody who I've liked literally since the moment I saw her. Definitely somebody who I think very easily could have made it much deeper in the season, had she been given the opportunity to. And is such like a skilled performer. Is currently in The Little Mermaid, I believe, somewhere in the UK, like doing a live, you know, theater. I'll put it up on the screen if I remember to. But like, she's like an actual, you know, you know, she's out there performing theater, doing a lot of these things, and I feel like she could be a great person to bring back, and who would be able to definitely show growth. From her original season, and I just like her. She's just cool. Next up from UK season 4, we have Black Peppa. Black Peppa is just a complete icon. I mean, Black Peppa killed the lip syncs, and I feel like would be a great contestant to bring back, and hopefully would be able to improve on the challenges this time around. That's not to say she like flopped at every challenge on the original season, but like a lot of these people who I'm going to talk about have like a bunch of wins and high placements. I think literally everybody on this list has a win except for 2 of them, right? Oh, sorry, 3 of them don't have wins. Anubis, Crystal, and Sister. But I wanted somebody else who's going to like bring that stellar lip syncing energy, and I thought would play well with this cast. And I just ended up choosing on Black Peppa. Next up from UK season 4, we have Cheddar Gorgeous. I mean, again, I don't think I have to explain Cheddar Gorgeous. Cheddar, before coming on Drag Race, was one of like the like iconic UK queens, UK drag performers, and I think really only cemented their legacy with the performance that they had on UK season 4 with fucking 4 challenge wins. Could have very easily won the season. And so I feel like having Cheddar back, I want to see Cheddar on our screen again. Cheddar's funny. I like Cheddar. I think it just makes complete sense to have Cheddar here. And I definitely feel like if we're getting this cast that we have here, Cheddar's probably going to make the end of this fictional season, but you know, we'd have to see. Next up, also from UK season 4, we have Dakota Schiffer. Dakota, I mean, if you watched my UK season 4 video, you would know that I think Dakota was kind of robbed on season 4 of UK, and so I would love to see Dakota back to claim her legacy. As somebody who very easily could have made the finale of Drag Race. And I mean, I love her aesthetic. You know, we obviously have fashion like queens on this season, but I think Dakota is really the main contestant here we have who's like primary thing when you think about them in the context of Drag Race is fashion. You know, like when I think of Dakota Schiffer, I think of her outfit references and the couple of lip syncs that she had. Those are the main things I think about with Dakota Schiffer. There are other people who obviously like I think of fashion when I think of them. Like I think of like when Cheddar and Black Peppa. I definitely think of like fashion just like generally, but Dakota is really the one where that word kind of like stands out the most in my brain. So I feel like we kind of needed that. We need all different types of styles of drag in this cast, which I did try to provide. That, and so I had to choose Dakota. Now for our last 2 contestants from UK season 5, we have Kate Butch. I know the cropping is weird on that photo. I couldn't fix it well, so I just left it. Kate, I mean, she's an icon. I fucking love Kate Butch. Somebody who, again, I loved from the minute I saw them on my screen. So funny. Really can do comedy frontwards, backwards, any single which way. Really, again, one of the few like comedy centric contestants we have on the cast, and I feel like is just somebody who I want to see on my screen again at literally any time. Like, please give me Kate Butch in something. I don't care. Last but not least, from UK season 5, we have Michael Maruli. Michael Maruli is, I mean, in my rejudging of season 5, would have won the season. Michael's a stellar drag performer. Truly could have won season 5. And I mean, it's just somebody I really want to see again. Has a really fun, different style of drag, partially inspired by like, Gran Canaria. Truly amazing. I also wanted to keep a good amount of age diversity on the season because I feel like that's fun. I'm pretty sure Michael Maruli is the oldest contestant we've had on Drag Race UK so far. I think the youngest contestant on this cast is either Dakota or wait, no, sorry, it's Anubis. What the fuck am I saying? And the youngest is Anubis, who's literally younger than me, actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Anubis is like 20, 22, maybe barely 23, and I'm 23. So yeah, we got a big range of ages here on this season. Okay, so instead of going and doing this last time where I kind of explained the episodes like one by one and what I think, I just have this little slide here to show you all my kind of vision board for this season. So the format would be the top two lip sync for the win format, where the members of the top two have to choose a lipstick. I did kind of want to do the Golden Beaver, whatever the fuck you want to call it, twist for the season, because that is kind of in a way for me like my ideal way to format seasons. I think it's a very interesting format that I would like to play with a bit more. But I also feel like with an all-star season, because of that top two format, the lip sync for the win format, being present in All Stars 2, 3, and 4, and in like all the international All Stars formats, it's kind of really formatted in my brain for like the contestants on All Stars to get more wins because there's 2 winners each week. And it kind of feels dry and kind of sad to me when you have things like All Stars 8, where, you know, like contestants are going deep into the season without wins. And, like Lala gets her first win at like final like 6, and like Alexa Shaw gets one at 5, and it's just like it doesn't feel as good to me when there's only one winner each week on an All-Star season generally. So I kind of feel like I would want to do this lip sync for the win format instead. In the first video, I did a non-elimination first episode. There's gonna be no non-eliminations here. I really tried to format this in a way that feels like faithful to the UK franchise and what they have done and what I feel like they would do, and not just implementing like US Drag Race formatting and you know, ways of doing things into it. The girl groups would be a 3-way win instead of a 2-way win. Yes, there'd be a 3-way lip sync. I don't care. And the theming of the season would be to be as British as physically possible. I want a fucking, yeah, I know that obviously they do it a lot of the times where they got fucking like Beastenders and Down and Draggy as like their challenges, but I wanted to amp it the fuck up. I want it to be overbearingly British. I think it'd be very funny, and I feel like that's kind of the best. I feel like that's like the only way you can do a UK All-Star season, right? At least for the first one, you know, theme it as British as physically possible. Episode 1 would be a talent show. They've done that in both of the UK versus the world, so this is a thing that, you know, can be done with the 11 contestants. The episode 2 would be a ball. I kind of wanted to do the ball later, but with the other challenges that we had, it kind of just ended up being the most logical place for it. Episode 3 would be girl groups. They'd be split into groups of 3, and we do it that way. Episode 4 would be Snatch Game with 8 contestants. That feels like 8 is like the correct number for Snatch Game in my opinion. Ideally, I think Snatch Game is an 8 or 9 person challenge. And so it just really fit right there well for me. Episode 5 would be the Rusical. I want a live singing Rusical for the UK, obviously. And 7 people I feel like is a pretty good number for a Rusical. I feel like if it gets more than like 8, maybe 9, it becomes really hard to parse between like, you know, the different parts, and some people's parts are just going to be like much more shown than others once you get to too many people. So I feel like 7's a pretty good number to keep it at. A makeover at final 6. I mean, they've done that on UK before. I like a makeover challenge when it's judged well. So I would like to see that as well. Episode 7, the final 5 would be a roast challenge, because I love a roast if it's a good challenge to end it off on. I also like didn't want to do an acting challenge or like a standard improv challenge. You know, like the Bossy Rossi, whatever. I just tend to not be a big fan of those. Unless the writing is super good, but you know, you can't trust Drag Race on that. And then the episode 8, we'd have a finale with a remix. Not like a lip sync smackdown, specifically a remix to some song by RuPaul. I don't really care. Ideally, it would be I Bring the Beat, because I'm obsessed with that song lately. I don't know why. Is that British? Not really, but I don't care. And then we would have a post-season reunion. I decided. I feel like that'd be more fun. I feel like with a season that it would, because of the way UK seasons are formatted, uh, with a season that, you know, is never going to do anything live. Like the finale's not going to be live. It's going to be filmed on site. I feel like it makes the most sense to do the reunion at episode 9 here, because since the UK seasons are always, the finale is always filmed like on site. There's never like a live finale. Usually in the US seasons, they just like film the finale and the reunion at the same time, and they just release the reunion first. Just for, because it makes sense to have the finale as the last episode generally. That just kind of makes sense. Um, but I feel like, considering the fact that the finale uh, would be, filmed on site there, with the reunion in the US seasons, because it's filmed after the season has basically aired, you have all this content of people talking about the fan reactions and how people react to different viral moments and stuff that, couldn't be anticipated to be this big thing during the actual filming of the season, that they wouldn't like really be able to talk about if the reunion was filmed on site, while they're still there. But I feel like with the way that this is formatted, it makes more sense to do it afterwards, because they'll have gotten to see everything, and we'll have known how the finale goes as well. And I feel like it's weird to film a reunion already having known how the finale goes. I mean, they have done that before, like season 9 of Drag Race. That's how that went. They filmed the reunion after it was already determined that Sasha and Peppermint were the top two. But as far as I'm aware, that's not how that's worked with any of the other US finales. The reunion has been filmed before, as far as I'm aware. So I feel like it makes most sense to just have the reunion at the end here in this timeline. But that is going to be it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed yourself. Leave your thoughts, feelings, and opinions down below. As always, I will leave my Twitter linked down below if you want to go follow me on there. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye-bye.